Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a message for Scorpio for October 2021. Keep in mind it's a general message. Take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest. Go about today. But know that no matter what messages do come through today, it's still up to your active free will and the choices you make and the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom and it's personal power, and it's something that only you can do, my friends, because it's at the tips of your fingers, not the soles of your feet. So use it wisely. For all my subscribers, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being with me. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you'd like to see more of my videos, you can check me out as well on Instagram at grassroots_evolution_tarot, or hit subscribe. Please join this journey. I'd love to have you along the ride. And if you do want to see more of this, hit the like button. Help me out. Help circulate these messages. I truly appreciate your support. So I'm a little bit tongue-tied. I absolutely apologize for that, but the lighting as well, it's getting a little dark in this room. The lighting isn't the best, so I apologize if it gets a little bit dark. I want to keep this relatively quick. So for Scorpio 2021, keep in mind again, if it feels like it's for you, take it. If it doesn't, let it go. So I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to jump in and join us to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the highest good of the entire collective, as well as for, again, only the highest messages, so no second-rate messages here today. I'm going to start off with a little bit of spiritual advice, and this is from the Messages of Life Oracle for anyone interested. The first one I just saw at the bottom is never alone. You are never, ever alone. You always have spirit. You always have people. Like, if you feel like you were alone and you feel like this is where, even just get outside and go take a walk. And when you walk by people on the street, say hi. Initiate some sort of conversation. And I feel as well like sometimes, you guys, if you do have anxiety, this can really, really help. As well as walking helps clear our head. And it's just really great exercise. So get out, even if it's a 10 or 15 minute walk, if you feel like it's hard for you to do. You know, start out with 5 minutes, set a timer on your phone, and turn around when it beeps. Go home, you know, and take it day by day, my friends. So I'm going to take a moment here and see what we have. Wow, we got a lot. So I appreciate, and I saw all that is. I'm going to take those out. There was love appears, stand tall, consciousness, hope, awareness, have faith in life. So they threw have faith in life down there as well, and these two hit the ground. So let's see what we have. We have master of my life and remain in the light. And this is really, really important for you to remember. You are absolutely the master in your world, my friends. So I'm going to read to you Remain in the Light because I feel like this is the most important. I actually had this on my fridge for about a year. For a while, I used to shuffle these and be like, what messages do I need to know, Spirit? And I'd stick it right on the fridge, so I had to see it like every day. So remain in the light. No matter what happens, I remain in the light without becoming discouraged or angry. I observe, I take time to think calmly and wisely, and I go forward with complete confidence, knowing that I will succeed. Through constantly nurturing my soul, I become a strong and solid being of light. Staying in your energy center, staying in your light, and remembering, most importantly as well, you're the master of your life. I no longer leave my strength in the hands of my ego. I cease to feed my inferior nature, but make room for the divine presence in me. Thus I become the master of my life anew. I listen to my inner voice and act in accordance with my own truth. I live in abiding humility, grace, and love for the glory of God. And in this case, for Spirit, Universe, you are here doing your part and what you're meant to do in this world. So know that staying in the light, we don't have to absorb the energy around us. There could be chaos, confusion. There could be a lot of different things and a lot of different emotions people around us have. But we don't have to be on the same wavelength. And where this is really important, and what I heard is sit it out. So it could be really important that while we empathize and we can understand they're going through a lot of grief, is what I heard, or a lot of hardships, we can try and do our best, you know, to comfort them, to help them if there's ways that we can. But at the end of the day, we have to kind of come to it at a detached situation, because again, whatever happens, we just have to hope and pray that it happens in the highest accordance with divine law, essentially. So we also have here, I have faith in my life. I give myself to life. I live for the here and now without concern for tomorrow because God is always near me and will never let me fall. Take those jumps, take those risks, do the things that give you excitement. Do those things because if it feels right for you, remember, Spirit's not going to let you fall. And if there is something that happens, remember, there's always a positive. There is always a flicker of hope, even in darkness. So it says, fear attracts darkness, and my birds did not like that. So darkness, stay in the light, big time. If there's darkness around you, stay in the light. I don't even want to say that word again. They don't like the word. Wow. My faith surrounds me with light and raises me to a higher level of consciousness. I let go and I have faith that life will always provide what is most beneficial to my soul. And I want to show you something on this card. Okay, my birds just flew around the room and cray-cray. There's a bird on here. That is so awesome, right? Remember, I have faith in this life. I have faith in my life. And these are really good things. So all that is, I find life and love in all that is. I am aware of the presence of God in all things. Each tiny part of the universe is actually an expression of love. I raise my thoughts beyond the limits of my beliefs and convictions to open myself to the magic, the simplicity, and the beauty of all that is. I marvel at the splendor which in reality is part of me, and you are a part of all that is. In the end, what I heard is all there is acceptance of this life and being part of who we are and being a burning, searing presence throughout our own story, throughout our own narrative, rather than looking at something in past views and kind of walking through and not being necessarily here. This is the time and the place to be present, to be a searing presence in your own worlds. So this rose quartz has wanted to come out a lot, and I've been really picking up on pink and black. I actually just almost said blue and black as well, so maybe Spirit wants me to put it down. And I feel like it's really important because this is grounded, heart-centered truth, and it is really, really important for us to speak that, to know who we are, to know, I also heard, who we trust. Excuse me. And this comes back to this faith in life, trusting in yourself and trusting in the divine and in that divine spark within you. So I have here volcanic glass, oh my gosh, obsidian, black obsidian, and the blue I've completely misplaced. So they're reminding me of a song, Blue on Black, as well, and it is by Kenny Wayne Shepherd, but Five Finger Death Punch covered it, and it's truth lies in between. There's a line in here. So you turned and you ran, you slipped right through my hands. This is not, sorry, the bad singing here, but right through my hands. There's something there for any of you, because that was the message that like right came through. But if there is something, whatever that darkness is within you as well, whatever that regret is, this is where it's like, but truth lies in the in-between, right? So that's where it's better. It's like, truth lies in between, blue on black, tears on a river, push on a shove, it don't mean much, Joker on Jack. Something cold on ice, the dead man's touch, whisper on a scream, it doesn't change a thing, don't bring you back, blue on black. So if there is something that you're regretting, and this could be love situation, could be lots of different things, but if there was some giant misunderstanding here, this is where I think what you need to do is both put your guard down, and maybe that's easier said than done, and wherever this message is coming from, again, I apologize for that rendition. You want to check it out, but Kenny Wayne Shepherd does it pretty good. And you know what, sometimes though, the growl of Five Finger Death Punch, it's depending on your mood, so however you feel. But I appreciate you still being here. I stopped clinging to my misfortunes, troubles, and worries. I ceased to be dissatisfied, and I stopped focusing on what I do not currently have. Instead, I direct my thoughts towards what is wonderful in my life. With all my heart, I appreciate all that I have. I accept and appreciate what is as it is. I express my loving thanks to the universe for the wealth that is mine. And this is where we can be truly happy, because we know that everything in our world, I heard you, works for it. But being thankful and accepting these things with love and grace, and walking our path and living our world and being on this earth with that love and grace as well. It's really important, and it's some understated beauty as well, my friends. So I'm going to move into the Dragon Tarot today. If that resonated, you can let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. These my mom gave me when I was like 16, 17 years old, and they have been really, really helpful. So they are by Martin Dugay if you really like them. They always have really great messages for me too. And actually they had a few more messages, because we got unconditional love and love appears. And I'm going to read them because we're already this far in. Why not? I do not dwell upon my pain. I stop fighting against the things that have hurt me. I rise up boldly and ask for the understandings that will free me of my duality. Through my desire to stay in the light of my being, God will send his helping angels so that love and peace find their way to me. And these angels might be your friends, they might be your co-workers, they may be someone seriously in the drive-thru that has something to say to you, but they're here in their energy. There's a protection as well here. So I also heard projection. You may be around angels and not even know it. There's energy being projected to you. Like I heard saving grace for some of us. So unconditional love, and this is also where we need to practice this for ourselves and everyone around us, but to know that you are loved unconditionally in this world. Own that. Tell yourself that in the mirror. I am loved. I am loved unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. I love myself as I am, right here, right now. I love myself as I am. Try that. Say it how many times. If you get emotional, it's okay. Wash away those tears in the bathroom sink and go, you know what? That's releasing those things that tell us that we don't love ourselves, because it's really important for us to do so. So I see the light in everyone. I see beyond the personality and feel compassion for all my brothers and sisters of the light. I do not judge anyone, but accept others as they are. I feel unconditional love for everyone without expecting anything in return. I discover what is divine in each being, and I join my soul with theirs so that we grow together in universal love. So that's a really, really powerful message in itself, I think, right there. So let's get on to some tarot and find out some guidance, what Spirit would like us to know. So I have the Dragon Tarot here today, and if any of you do follow me on Instagram, these cards were used as well today, and I had a really wonderful, beautiful message there as well. So if you wanted to check it out, I think I said it before, but it is Grassroots_Evolution_Tarot, and I am doing daily posts over there. So actually this came out as well. That's why they're messaging, telling me, Spirit's like, yo, it's because this picture didn't fully show up. It cropped. My phone's really wide, and it cropped the image. And it is the Page of Cups. And I heard this is going after what we want. This is no holds barred, taking those steps. They may not be jumping into something, bam, but it's going after the things we want and being willing and brave and courageous enough to take those leaps and make those moves forward. So if you look at this card as well, I just want you to get a look at it and take a minute. What does it make you feel? What does it make you think of? What is it you want? What do you want in that cup? And also that dragon, this protective dragon, it sits in this cup. So wherever you are compelled to move forward, where your heart is leading you, remember, Spirit, it said in one of those Message of Life oracles, like, they won't let you fall down. They will not let you fall down. They will help you back up, and they will pick you up. And it will be something that, even if it's a little hiccup, they're showing me love appears. We go after it, love appears. So for some of you, you may have a suitor, is what I heard. This could be this knight. But also, if we look, there's an owl. So I've been reading The Starless Sea. If any of you have read it, I'm not all the way through, but I'm at a point where they're discussing the Owl King, and that's exactly what it came to me. So if you have read it and it makes sense to you, fill in the blanks there. But if you haven't, it's still this Owl King. What is the king? It is the highest wisdom here, okay, with the owl. It is wise. beyond time and beyond years, and wear this gold crown. I feel like this is also, what I heard is anointed, okay? Because this is also this golden energy coming down through your crown. I heard like filtering in heaven into earth, and you are the portal. So let's see. So I'm going to show you the bottom here. And this is the Hierophant, and there's a lot of spiritual truth in this as well. For some of you, it could be a real divine partnership or marriage. I think that it's really important here. I was immediately drawn to this dragon's neck. There's a difference, right? And we're learning this about protection when it is something that we've asked for, or that there's a choice being given. But there's no holes barred. There's nothing that can stop this. Whatever this leash, I heard this leash of terror, right? But whatever this situation is that has had you tied to something that's been, I heard, inappropriate or unhealthy, it is time for you to go, you know what, you can break free of those shackles. What I did here is behind him, it is not his tail, but it could be his tail. Almost looks like it's a long road ahead for sure, but whatever movement you're making forward, it's because you're following your heart, and it's going to bring you a lot of divine truth. So, Spirit, can you tell me about this Page of Cups, please? Get through a few. You have the Queen of Swords, could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're immediately taking me to this full moon, though, because there's clarity. There's understanding. This also, to me, is fierceness, okay? This is about, some people may think it's shrewd, but she has her dragon, instead of with this Hierophant energy where they tied the temple to its back and he can't ever leave, she is loving her dragon and petting it and being comforting and just as protecting with it. So I think there's a real importance of the relationships you keep. She does have him by the tail, however. So that is also important there. Like for some of you, somebody may, the Ten of Pentacles, somebody may have known how to get to you before and know how to hold on to you. And I feel like it's really important. What I heard is you're learning how to break those holds. So the Ten of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups, which is a little bit more, what I heard is steamy, but a little more aggressive. Also, though, for some of you, they're going to compete. For some of you, I also heard, and this may not be, hopefully, like if what I heard is also not take no for an answer. So some of you guys may have to have real discussions about consent, honestly, but then others of you, I feel like, and hopefully you don't have to have those discussions, but I feel like it's really important too. Like somebody may have been in the past able to push your boundaries, and I feel like this is where this is a real understanding now of like going forward. You're going to see through that. I also heard you can see through red flag behavior, and excuse me, you're going to know your worth. I need to pause you to get a drink. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So with this, though, I feel like it's important because your wealth and abundance moves with you. Your temple also moves with you, but it's no longer being shackled. Like this is now free. So you also have here with this Queen of Swords, this Knight of Cups as well. This is moving forward, though, on the faithful steed. And I feel like this is important as well because the page here, it's like the friendship is just beginning. It's something starting. But here there's a real trust, and this person is willing to help you also move towards your goals and achieve your desired goals as well. So you have the Ten of Swords here with the High Priestess, which is actually a counterpart to the Hierophant here, okay? These two as well would be the masculine, feminine polarities here. So you have the Two of Cups as well. This definitely could be a very, very divinely guided partnership in your world, something with very, very strong spiritual connection as well. And you have the Judgment card. And I think what I heard is going to go in your favor. For some of you, you definitely may be going through a divorce, is what I've heard, and moving past something into something that is much more aligned for you. I feel like as well, though, what I heard is shrewd behavior for some of you. This may have been someone you've been dealing with or something from the past. Excuse me. So also just know, like, if I'm picking up on something from now, what I heard is there's always a way to resolve it, and to be open to what that means, and be open to what that resolution means, if that means something. But I think also, again, to know that you own your worth. It's really here, that whole beginning where you love yourself, right? We love ourselves unconditionally. We love ourselves unconditionally. We are a whole temple within ourselves. So this Judgment card with the Two of Cups, I also feel like love appears. That's exactly what it says. Something's coming. Whatever truth we start to see, I want to show you that dragon down there as well. For some of you, you may really want to call on your dragon protectors. Pay attention to your intuition as well, that third eye understanding. There may be something where you know the truth, you see something beyond what is being spoken to you. Really trust that. If you're seeing beyond illusions and seeing through that veil, and your witchy senses are going off, really trust that, because I think when we ignore that, that's where our trouble goes. But it is so important here, because something big's coming into your world, and it sounds really exciting. And what I heard is, again, protected. So I have right here the Self-Care Oracle, the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. And we'll see, how can we keep ourselves healthy here going forward? We have meditate. It is important to take care of your mental health as well, your spiritual health. And this is just grounding for a few moments. Honestly, it can be as simple as things like taking your shoes off, spread your toes apart, taking a deep breath in, feeling that energy well up in your chest and breathing out. And doing this 3 to 4 times, or 5 times, or 6 times, if you're new to meditation. But even when we do that, when we're connecting with our breath space, this allows us to slow down. So definitely as well with the blue came back here in this heart chakra, we want to be speaking this heart-centered truth. And when we take those moments in quiet, peaceful contemplation, and we just focus on our breathing, we're putting ourselves into that meditative state. Some of you, I heard, may want to listen to some chanting. You may want to put on some shamanic drumming, or meditative music, and just kind of relax, have a bath, chill out, and just kind of spiritually recharge. You also have to take a walk, right? Go out, get yourself moving, get out in the sounds and the smells and natures. And often if we're having a bad day, if we're having, I heard, a shitty time, or if we got a lot on our brain, a walk will help us get our mind off that as well. And that is, again, that breathing in and out, really good for your heart. And I heard your cardiovascular system, it may be really important to take care of that right now. Look for fairies and look for the magic in everything all around you, because it's there if you're willing to see it. What I heard is flies as well. You got flies buzzing around, bugging you. Those are little fairies or spirits that have something to say to you. So we also have drink tea. Take a moment, have that tea in the bath. This could also be medicinal and herbal teas that are really, really helpful. But I also heard it's for your stomach. So if any of you have kind of gut issues or something like that, making sure to avoid teas that may upset that, and drink the teas that are going to be really healing for that. But this tea is much like that meditation. When you make yourself a cup of tea, warm, however you like it, and then take a few deep breaths in and out, and really connect with yourself, your breath, and the taste of that tea. Let it feel how it feels to your senses, because it really is it's almost like a warm, comforting hug, right? So give yourself that warm, comforting hug. Love yourself first, because when we do that, we are attracting this. And remember, remain in the light. This is the most important message, I think, that has come through this. I love you all. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful month. Bye, guys.